In the rugged, rocky hills near the region of the Gerasenes, where the wind carried eerie howls through the caves and tombs, there lived a man whose life had become the stuff of nightmares. He was not simply troubled or sick. He was tormented, possessed by many demons. So many, in fact, that when Jesus later asked his name, he replied with a single chilling word: Legion. In Roman terms, a legion meant thousands of soldiers, an army. Imagine that, an entire battalion of evil forces occupying one man's body and mind, turning him into a prisoner of darkness. This man had been driven away from family, friends, and community. He no longer lived in a home but wandered among the tombs, the place of the dead. Chains and shackles had been used to restrain him, but he tore them apart with unnatural strength. No one could subdue him. Night and day his cries echoed across the hills, piercing the silence, sending shivers through anyone who heard. He cut himself with sharp stones, bleeding outwardly as a reflection of the torment within. The people of the town avoided that area altogether. The thought of encountering him filled them with dread. Imagine the loneliness of a soul so broken, his humanity nearly buried beneath the weight of demonic control. Then one day Jesus arrived. He and his disciples had just crossed the Sea of Galilee after a storm, stepping onto the shore of this haunted land. As soon as Jesus set foot on the ground, the man saw him from a distance. But instead of attacking, he ran straight to Jesus and fell at his feet. It was a sight no one expected, the wild, uncontrollable man bowing in desperation. The demons within him recognized Jesus immediately. Their voices, layered and twisted, cried out, "What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me." Jesus, calm and steady, commanded, "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." The spiritual battle intensified. When Jesus asked, "What is your name?" the reply came, "My name is Legion, for we are many." Imagine the shudder running through the disciples at hearing this, an entire army of demons speaking through one man. The spirits begged Jesus not to send them into the abyss, the place of ultimate confinement and judgment. Instead, they pleaded, "Send us into the pigs, let us go into them." On the nearby hillside, a massive herd of about 2,000 pigs grazed, snorting and rooting in the earth. Jesus gave his permission. In an instant, the man's body shook as the demons left him. Then chaos erupted. The pigs squealed, panicked, and stampeded as if driven mad. The whole herd rushed down the steep bank and plunged into the sea, thrashing and choking until the water swallowed them. The air must have been filled with the deafening sound of squeals and the crashing of bodies into the waves. The herdsmen stood in stunned horror, their livelihood lost in a moment, their minds reeling from what they had just seen. And there, in stark contrast, was the man, the same man who had lived among the tombs, who had terrified the region, who had been shattered and broken, now clothed, calm, and sitting at Jesus' feet. His eyes, once wild and haunted, were clear. His posture, once frenzied, was peaceful. He had been restored to his right mind. When the townspeople heard the news and came rushing to see for themselves, they were struck with awe and fear. They saw the drowned pigs in the distance, and the man transformed before their eyes. Instead of celebrating, many begged Jesus to leave their region. The cost of his power felt too high, his authority too unsettling. But the man who had been freed clung to Jesus, begging to go with him. You can imagine his voice trembling, "Please let me stay with you, don't leave me here." Yet Jesus, with a gentle but firm love, said, "Go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you." And so this man, once the embodiment of terror, became a living testimony. He went throughout the Decapolis, the 10 cities of the region, proclaiming what Jesus had done. People who had once feared him now listened in wonder as he shared his story of freedom, mercy, and hope. Picture it, the once tormented man now standing tall, eyes filled with peace, voice steady with gratitude. And perhaps Jesus, as he boarded the boat to leave, offered him a quiet smile, a look that said, "You're free now, go and shine." This story is more than a dramatic rescue. It's a declaration of the power of Jesus over darkness, the reality that no one is too far gone, and the truth that even the most broken life can be restored to purpose. The man who was once a symbol of despair became a herald of hope. If you are loving this video, please hit both that subscribe and like button to help this message to spread far and wide. Check out the rest of the Bible Stories playlist to enjoy heartwarming events of the Bible brought alive. Thank you for supporting the Wake Up channel. God bless you.